Hello, Namaste, welcome fam. This is Shrestha S. Bharadwaj, and I welcome you all to the Epifantastic podcast. The first episode of this podcast is gonna be the power of gratitude or the miracle of gratitude. So, what is gratitude? Why did I choose this topic to be the first episode of the podcast? I'll answer that first. So, gratitude is something that I very recently realized has such a powerful impact in our lives. Obviously, we always were grateful, like, we'll be grateful to some or the other things. But what I recommend is we have to be grateful towards each and every small thing in life. Of course, for big things, I hope so, we will be grateful. But we should start being, grateful even for the smallest things in our lives. So, what is the power of gratitude or the miracle that we see from gratitude? Gratitude is basically, according to me, I define it as the attitude of being grateful, being thankful. There are so many reasons in this life to show gratitude towards and thank God for giving such a wonderful life. It could be your parents, your friends, your colleagues, the food you eat. There are so many people, imagine they don't even get proper food, three times food. But like most of us, at least those that are listening to the podcast, I believe, are having that accessibility of good food three times a day, I hope, or something like that. Shelter, obviously, if you're wasting on internet, obviously you'll be having money for shelter. Dress, for the health, basically we have to every morning we should thank God for such great health we have. You will have to be grateful even if you don't have. I'll tell about that later. Such comfortable lifestyle, that too in this generation, I believe parents are very over comforting this children. They're too much caring when it comes to their children. They're too caring, and you have the access to the internet. I feel this is the best age you could be in. One could be in, at least in terms of the person who wants to revolutionize the world. The internet is such a blessing to all of us. We get to know so many things. I cannot imagine my education life without internet. I don't know how I did it until 10th standard, or was it not necessary? I don't know. But at least for my graduation engineering, I required a lot of dependence on internet. So we cannot imagine our lives without internet, that too in the lockdown period where the school was on internet actually. So we should be grateful for the inventor who invented internet, and we are getting such luxury at hand. We should be grateful to the love we receive. We usually have that nature of finding lack, finding negativity, or finding scarcity in every aspect of life. It's very rare that we find people that are grateful to smallest things. We find them like an alien. Would such person exist? I can give you my own example. It was, I guess, 2020 or 2021, I guess 2020, or yeah, maybe that time. I got birthday wishes from almost many people, but some two to three friends, supposedly close friends, that had moved to different colleges. They're friends from school, so they hadn't wished. That made my day so dull. Why did I allow myself to feel dull? Just because two to three didn't wish, that lack caused me to forget all the, let's say, some 20 to 30 wishes. So that's when my sister made me realize, like, are you not grateful for the other people who wished you actually, and you're just spoiling your mood for those that didn't wish you? That is also in lesser proportion. Let's say if it's just 2 to 3% of the total whole lot. Why should you be grumping or grimming over such dullness? That is what keeps us in the state of melancholy always, I believe. Even when it comes to the happiness index, Finland is supposedly the happiest country in the world, 5 times in a row, that too. And India, the country where I reside, it's like almost near the border of not being happy. So, or the most unhappiest. It's like 136, 137 out of 148 or 145. I don't remember properly. So that is too worse. We can't imagine being so unhappy. So gratitude also brings in that quality of being happy with what you have than what you need or what you want. Sometimes you don't even need them, you just want them. Their wish will do nothing to you, but you just want them, and you just forget those that didn't wish you. So this same aspect could apply in different situations in your life. You can just relate to it. So we should be grateful for the love that we receive instead of finding the people who don't love you, or finding for love from the people that don't care you. That is a big mistake there. We'll talk about love more in the coming episode. So another thing is support system. Let it be your friend, your family member, anyone who is supporting you. Even just one member supporting you is, you know, the greatest thing. You see so many people are in the world. You can find a lot of people that are orphan or without any support, having people around them that no one is for that support. Still, they achieve wonders in life. So, looking at them, you have to find the gratitude within the people around you that are always supporting you in every other way. I believe it is the duty, to work on ourselves, to make ourselves better, so that we can give back to the people, at least, who are always, having our back, and doing something to the society. Let's say, you may ask me, the society has done nothing to me. Why should I do anything to it? Our famous president of India, Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam, was also a scientist, late president, so late ex-president. He had once quoted, if I can remember properly, "Don't ask the government what it did to you. You do it. You do something to the government or to the people. Don't ask them what they have done. It is your duty to give back. You can't say they have done nothing, right? At least a small thing has to be paid back. Why not be a giver than a receiver? It takes, great courage to give than to, beg and receive. So be that giver in life, giver of love, giver of support, giver of care, giver of positivity. That is what this community I'm trying to build. It should be filled with love, positivity, kindness. That is what makes life beautiful. Money, richness, success, yes, they are all needed. What is more needed, according to me, is love, positivity, the support, all of which roots to the gratitude. When we are grateful to the support, to the love we are getting, then only we'll have that attitude of giving back. So everything roots to gratitude. Each and every element roots to gratitude. So that's why I'm emphasizing on this power, this magic, this miracle of gratitude. I just can't stress enough on how it will impact on your life. Let's go to the time, go back to the time of COVID. Let's say it's just 1 year, 2 year down the lane. You might have seen so many people dying, maybe in your family too, or so many people dying on road without, not that everyone has proper shelter. Some may be, laborers that had migrated to different cities for work. They couldn't go back, not just of COVID, they died of like many situations, proper without proper shelter, without proper food, without health care. So many doctors sacrifice their lives for us. Just can't, imagine ourselves there in their situations. We should be grateful to even the doctors. Always we should be grateful to the doctors. And especially in that time where they had to risk their families, or the families had to risk the doctors, had to put them on risk, or like they may be the bread earner, they had to go like more than earning. It is their, family member. They had to, go out like soldiers. Soldiers, though, it is so less. Even if you're thankful, that is also very less, to the soldiers. They are like gods. I say they gods. They are gods for us. We should even thank soldiers every day. I did not go to them and thank. Okay, if you want to do, something for the soldiers, that would be the greatest thing possible. But you can obviously, thank them from from wherever you're sitting. Just send them that positive vibes, that, thankfulness. So as a protection, it may protect them. It will protect them. I won't say may, it will protect them. God will add that extra blessing to them, so that, they are standing there risking their lives for us. It's the least we can do, being thankful to them and sending that love and protection to them, so that, they come back home safe to their family. We should be even grateful to their family for letting them do that. So, there's so many things. I'm able to feel that energy there. I'm, sinking in my voice also when I have to talk about the sacrifices done, soldiers or the doctors. I'm finding it so heavy. I hope even you're feeling it heavy. The only thing I want to, make it clear that gratitude has such an impact on lives, that is, it's beyond explanation. Although I'm trying to explain you a lot of examples, but this is what it is. And coming to my my COVID lockdown time, that is, not my COVID, sorry, COVID lockdown time of mine. I remember like 2020, it seemed like the dullest year for me, but later I realized, actually after 2020 I realized I'd done so many things. This period of lockdown brought in so many realizations that I just can't explain it. Without my notice, they had, popped up into me. Be it deciding on what I want to do in life. I started blog pages, and I joined some community in the college called Developer Student Community as a communication lead. I wrote so many blogs. I interned also as a blogger. Those untapped areas of my life, I started recognizing them. Just living is something. Living with a purpose is the big thing, according to me. A life which is worth living is a life which is filled with purpose and accomplishing those purposes. So, I remember a dialogue from the recent movie, I guess it's Attack. It is the two times, two periods of life is the greatest. I'm not able to phrase it properly. If I have to, translate it to English, I think the two most important periods of life is one at the time you have taken birth, and the second time, that is the rebirth, is when you realize the purpose of your birth. So that ikigai, the Japanese book Ikigai. More than the book, I find the word very fascinating, very powerful. There is purpose of life. So figuring out that is very important, and that lockdown period gave us that time to realize. I don't think with the schedules of life we would be able to find such the epiphany things. Even my blog, I named it Epiphany. So yeah, there were so many realizations. I believe I became a lot more positive in life in that period, and for that also I'm very very grateful. And even I just realized food, when we are eating food, before we start to eat, if we are just grateful to God for giving us this food, to the farmers who grew this, and to the mother or whoever cooks it, just be grateful and just find that vibration while eating. Oh my God, I'm eating this, this food. It's so it feels a lot more tastier according to my experience with whenever we eat it with gratitude. We find it a lot more tastier, and I feel, you know there's a shloka, Annapurne Sadapurne Shankara Pranavallabhe Gnana Vairagya Siddhyartha Shandehi Cha Parvati. Gnana means knowledge, Vairagya means detachment. Those two things are needed in life. So food gives us that, is what is said in that shloka. So, every time we eat a morsel of food, we should be grateful for, getting that opportunity to eat it. That will change your life like anything. Believe me, you just have to do it. You'll obviously find it a lot more tastier, even if you're eating it only for taste or for energy. That will have a greater impact. It may seem very, when you don't have knowledge of something, you might find it childish. But I have, experienced it, so that's why I'm able to, feel that power that comes with it. Another incident of mine that I can recall is that when there are times when we feel life is, where is life taking us? We wanted something, we are getting something else. I prepared a lot for NEET. NEET is an entrance exam for medical in India, medical science. I think in 10th standard I decided to become a doctor, and from then on I was like, I didn't even study math for CT and like CT and JE. They are the engineering entrance exams. I didn't even want to write them, I believe, but somehow I just wrote them. Like math also, just simply I just take that. It was like MCQ, so I had to mark in the OMR. So blindly I did that, and I found out that I had some 69k rank in medical, and so I thought, okay, this is done for me. I'm not getting medical seat. I felt shattered. I was like, I studied a hell lot for it, so, and I didn't even imagine I'll be getting into something else other than medical. So that was a shattering moment of my life, and God's grace, grateful again, I got into engineering. After I came into engineering, after 2-3 months, I got to know I was, I had that ability to get into one of the medical colleges. Like the state rank had come down to 2000, so I thought there wouldn't be any, but turns out I could have got it if I had waited until last round, which I didn't. That was another shocking moment of my life. What is happening in my life? Am I taking the wrong decisions, or everything wrong is happening in my life? But coming forward, coming to the present, I find it so grateful that I didn't join medical. I know with my mentality now that I couldn't be able to, do medical the justice it required. I don't know how or why. I find engineering is something that was meant for me, although the next part is something that I'll reveal later. Although I don't enjoy coding and stuff, but it was something that, uh, I'm still grateful that I didn't choose to wait till the last round to go into medical. I don't think I cannot imagine now myself being a doctor. So God knows the best. We need not, stress on things that has left us. We are only getting into things that are meant for us, is what I believe. And that gave me a lot more courage in life, a lot more positivity into life, to look into everything with positivity and gratitude. So this is all about what is gratitude, and what is the miracle or the power of gratitude. Majorly, if I have to, summarize, if you're grateful, let's say morning you give your gratitude prayer, you'll be happy. When you do that prayer, you'll obviously be happy because your the hormones that will be produced will be of happy hormones, because you will be imagining only good stuff when you're grateful. There cannot be darkness where there is light. There cannot be fear where there is faith. So there cannot be negativity where there is positivity. So you'll be happy. When you're happy, your surroundings will be happy. Obviously, your parents will be happy. You'll spread that happiness. You'll be infectious. The infection of happiness will spread. The whole world will become a happier place. That is on the personal front. Another advantage of gratitude is when you're grateful, you're happy again, and you do your job with happiness. Turns out it becomes very, very productive, and even on the professional front, you will be very successful, which will again make you happier. This cycle keeps on growing further and further. More gratitude, more happiness. It's like a never ending saga. So these are the main advantages. If I have to summarize this is the main thing that will give you happiness. We want happiness. Happiness is something, is that something that we always strive for. If we earn money, we'll be able to spend it. Spending gives us happiness. One thing. Success gives us happiness. Another thing, like that. So now the main thing, how to practice gratitude. So this is something that takes time, because you're made to always feel that gratitude and be grateful. I remember my school times where morning there used to be a prayer, before lunch there used to be a prayer, after lunch there used to be a prayer, before departure there used to be a prayer. We used to pray 4 times. But since that depth of knowledge of why we are praying is not instilled in the children, they don't know why they are doing it. Same for me. I'm like, okay, they have told us to pray, we'll pray. But when we know something, when we do something consciously with the intention, that will be more impactful, I believe. Passive thing is okay, but active involvement in anything will find greater results, according to me. So as soon as you wake up, this is how we have to practice gratitude. As soon as you wake up, thank God for giving another opportunity in life, another day. Start like that, and thank for your family members, whoever you love. They are there with you. For that you have to thank your friends or any support system, anyone. Thank the people for the people you have, and you're grateful for them. Thank the food before you. I know it's too early, but still, what's wrong? Just imagining that you have those luxury. Food is also a luxury. Believe it or not, it is a luxury. Everything in life is a luxury. Everything you get as blessings is a luxury. So food, thank the food. Thank the shelter you're in. Thank for the shelter. Thank you for the shelter. Thank you, God, for giving me the shelter. Thank you, God, for giving me all the luxury, all the comforts. Thank you, God, for the education you have given me. Thank you, God, for the business. Thank you, God, for the job you have given me. Thank you, God, for this commitment in life. Thank you, God, for the drive. And add anything that you want in life. Put it into the gratitude list. Do it with utter devotion, with utter passion and intention. Start your day with a positive smile. Radiate it to everyone. Whenever you're eating, or whenever you remember, this episode or something like gratitude, feel grateful. Thank God again. There is no limit to thank God or be grateful to whatever you have. I hope there aren't any atheists in the episode, because I don't believe in the stuff of atheism. There cannot be some atheists. But okay, let's imagine there is 1% or 2% of the atheists. For them, you can just thank the power. I am sure that you'll be at least believing in some power in life. So thank that power, thank the universe for it. And you know, when you focus on the positives of the life, you'll attract that. That is what is the law of nature. So find gratitude in each and everything in life. Feel grateful, feel thankful, feel happy for what you have in life, and work towards what you want. Obviously, it will come to you if you are meant to have it. If your karmas permit, you will obviously have it. So, there is no reason to feel dull in life. Everything is a part of your karma, and whatever you have from your karma, you will be able to enjoy it. Feel grateful for the smallest things in life and also the biggest things in life. Obviously, you have to be grateful for that. So, gratitude is happiness, gratitude is power to live life to the fullest. So, be grateful. Hashtag gratitude forever. This is what I would like to end. I'm sure after this episode, at least 80% of the listeners would have changed, and I hope you'll implement this and find that positivity and that miracle in your life. I wish you all the best. Keep learning, keep earning, keep returning. Sarvam Shri Krishnarpanamastu. Bye bye. See you soon.